And ILTV's Maayan Hoffman is on the northern border to assess the region's state about a week and a half after the ceasefire agreement was signed. She reports that while the area is slowly coming back to life, most residents are still refusing to return home. Let's take a look.
About 10 days after a ceasefire was signed with the terrorist group Hezbollah, ending more than a year of cross-border violence, the people of northern Israel are beginning to evaluate their return home. For the first time in months, more stores have opened in the local mall near Kiryat Shmona. Enough cars are on the road to cause slight delays, a small but noticeable sign of life returning to the region. These changes offered a pleasant respite on Sunday after months of eerie silence during the war. Now, 14 months later, the destruction in Israeli towns like Metula is extensive, caused by Hezbollah rockets, damage from the IDF tanks and personnel who use the towns as bases, and they are overrun with rats and mold after more than a year of being empty. Most residents are still hesitant to return, unsure if the 60-day ceasefire agreement will hold. In towns like Metula and Manara, located around 6 kilometers from the border, the prospect of moving back feels nearly impossible. ILTV visited Metula on Sunday and met with 75-year-old resident Ariel Almog. Almog and his partner were the only ones to remain in Metula after evacuation orders were issued. He told ILTV that while some neighbors have returned to assess the condition of their homes since the ceasefire, few, if any, have decided to move back full-time.
I think people are still afraid from the situation that is not clear. And I think if the government would make it more specific, clear what exactly is going to happen, then I think that people will agree to come back as soon as possible.
Last week, IDF Northern Command Chief Major General Ori Golden informed mayors of the region that they could begin planning the rebuilding of their towns. However, residents are receiving little to no compensation for their losses, and the government has shown insufficient commitment to investing in the reconstruction of some of these communities.